Hey on the go yogis, welcome to this travel yoga video. So this practice is perfect if you've been sitting for a long time, like in a car ride or a plane ride, or if you need to adjust to a new time zone. So this practice will be perfect for you. If because you're traveling, you don't have a yoga mat available, you can always just use a towel, find a safe, clear spot on the floor. Be careful when you're doing some of the standing poses and down dog though on the towel because it could get kind of slippery. As always, just do what's appropriate for you. Don't push your body past your limit. Listen to what's right for you and honor that for this day. So besides for that, get into some comfortable clothes that you can stretch and you can be flexible in, and let's get started. We will begin this travel practice at the top of our mats in Tadasana, standing upright position. Plant your feet into the floor, feeling the ground beneath you, fully showing up where we are today. Pull the kneecaps up towards the hips, engaging through the legs, slightly engaging through the glutes. Make some small movements through the hips, coming to a neutral position in your hips, zipping up your core muscles from your hips up to right behind the belly button, engaging through the full series of core from the back to the obliques. Lift your shoulders up towards the ears, slide them down the back, creating openness through the chest, engagement through the back body, and lengthen the neck. Reach the crown of the head towards the sky. Notice where you have any lingering tension in the body and release it. Release the face. Release the muscles in the hands. Release the worries of the mind. Feel where your breath is in the body. And notice the inhales and the exhales. Are they short or long, deep or shallow? Focus on bringing the inhales and exhales in and out through the nose if this is accessible to you. If your breaths are in the chest or the throat, focus on drawing them deep into the belly, if this feels comfortable for you. This method of breathing should be relaxing, so if it's not, switch to a method of breathing that brings calm and ease to your body on the exhale and expansion to your body on the inhale, whatever that means for you. And when you're ready, we're going to come into some half sun salutations. So bring your hands to heart center. Set an intention that revolves around fully showing up where you are today. You can add something to this, so you can have your intention be fully showing up with peace, or fully showing up with love, or fully showing up with compassion. But focus on being in the environment that your travel has brought you to. When you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms up and out. Exhale, folding at the hips, bending the knees. If you have any low back considerations, folding forward and down. Inhale up halfway, hands to shins, long through the back. Exhale, folding over the legs. Inhale, sweep the arms up and out. Exhale, hands to heart center. Continuing. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, folding. Inhale, up halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up wide. Exhale, arms to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up and out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up and out. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more like this. Inhale, reach the arms up and out. Exhale, folding at the waist. Inhale, up halfway. Reaching from the crown of the head back to the sit bones. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press into the feet, engage through the core, up and out. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now we're going to come into our forward fold for a couple breaths, walking the feet out, hip width distance apart, reaching the arms up and out. Exhale, forward and down. And breathing. Releasing through the upper back, releasing through the head. If you'd like, you can make some gentle yes motions with your head. And then you can make some gentle no motions with your head. Allowing the weight of the head to traction out the back. If you'd like, you can bring your hands to opposite elbow for the last couple breaths. On your next exhale, release the hands, engage through the core, sweep the arms up and out. Exhale, returning hands to heart center. Coming through a side bending series where we're going to step the opposite foot back to the opposite side. So on an inhale, step the left foot back behind the right, grab the left wrist with the right hand, pressing into the left side body. Staying here for 2 breaths, breathing. And your next exhale, bring the left foot back to meet the right, bring the hands back to the side, second side. Step the right foot back behind the left, grab the right wrist with the left hand, pressing into the right side body. Stretching from the hip, through the armpit, out to the right hand, but not overly collapsing on the left side. One more breath. And your next exhale, bring the right foot back next to the left, bring the hands to heart center, and next we're going to be coming into downward facing dog. So if you know how to get there, move there, and if not, you can follow along with me. So walk up to the front of your mat, bend your knees, place your hands on either side of your feet. Step your feet back into a high plank, establishing the length of the body that we need here. And then on your next exhale, lever the hips up and back, staying long through the spine. Bending the knees if you need to, if you have tighter back of the legs, focusing on keeping the length in the spine. Staying here for 3 breaths. Pedaling out the legs if you want, bending one knee, straightening the other. Finding some additional length in the back body. Coming to neutral. Pressing into the hands. bringing the hips back and up and back towards the back corner of the room. And when you're ready, step the right foot up between the hands, spinning down onto the sole of the back foot, bringing the right heel in line with the arch of the left foot, pressing into the outside edge of the left heel, windmilling the hands up into warrior two. Pressing into the feet, establishing the ground beneath you, bringing the front knee to the outside edge of the pinky toe side of the right foot. Strong through the core. Shoulders release down the back, gazing out towards the fingers of the front hand. And breathe. On your next inhale, drop the back hand, reach the right hand up towards the sky, bending backwards towards the left leg, exalted warrior. Exhale back into warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg, squaring the hips towards the front of the room for a second, reestablishing through the pelvis. Looking back over the fingers of the front hand, tuck the right hip under, reach right, gaze right until you're as far as you can go, and then bending at the waist, allowing the torso to stay long and extended over the front leg. Triangle pose. And breathe. Strong through the core here, zipping up the whole pelvic and abdominal region. Allowing the hips and shoulders to stay stacked on top of one another, broad through the chest, open towards the left side of the room. One more breath. Inhale back up to warrior two. Windmill the hands down onto either side of the right foot. Spin up onto the toes of the left. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Downward facing dog for 3 breaths. Or drop the knees. Bring the big toes to touch. Knees spread slightly wider than hip distance apart. Seat to the heels in child's pose. No matter what position you're in, continue to breathe. Connecting with the ground beneath you and the space around you. Connecting with how you feel in this moment. If at any time you feel tired throughout the remainder of this practice, you're always welcome to come to child's pose, reconnecting with your breath, resting, or just appreciating your surroundings. When you're ready, come back up to hands and knees, tuck the toes, press the hips up and back into downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward between the hands, spinning down onto the outside edge of the back foot. Sole of the foot comes to the ground, windmilling the hands up into warrior two. Once again, making sure that the heel of the front foot is in line with the arch of the back foot. Core is engaged. Shoulders are relaxed. Neck is long. Gazing out over the hands of the fingers of the front hand. On an inhale, feel this pose get a little bit bigger. On an exhale, release any tension you don't need. Coming into the second side of Exalted Warrior, dropping the back hand down the back leg. Inhale, sweep the left arm up towards the sky, bending through the left side body, keeping the front knee over the front toes. One more breath. Inhale, back up to Warrior Two. Exhale, straightening through the front leg, reestablishing through the feet and core, finding your base. On your next exhale, cut the front hip, the left hip back, reach forward with the left fingertips till you can't reach any further. Exhale, side bending into triangle pose. Staying long through the spine, broad through the chest. Notice how this is awakening any muscles that were tight or underused or overused as you were sitting for your travel. One more breath. On your next inhale, up to Warrior Two, rebending through the front knee, windmilling the hands onto either side of the front foot, stepping back into downward facing dog, or once again coming to child's pose. When you're ready, walk the hands back to meet the feet, coming into a standing forward bend. Inhale, rolling up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time, rolling the shoulders down the back, bringing the arms out to the side, staying wide through the chest. From here, coming to the middle of your mat, facing forward if you would like, walking the feet out so that they're a little bit wider than hip distance apart, having the toes come out towards the front of the room at 45-degree angles. Engaging through the pelvic floor, engaging through the core. We're going to come into Malasana or yoga squat. So bring their hands to heart center, press into the palms. While keeping that core engagement, bend the knees so they track over the toes, bringing the seat towards the ground. Coming down only as far as you can without having your heels come off the ground. Press your elbows into your inner thighs, more fully opening through the hips. One more breath. Inhale, press into the feet, sweep the arms up, coming into stand. One more time. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center, press into the palms, bend into the knees, coming into Malasana. Inhale, sweep the arms open to the right, so the right hand's high, the left hand's low. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the hands so that the left hand's high, the right's low. Exhale, center, press into the feet, lift the hips. Inhale, sweep the hands towards the sky. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Shaking out through the legs, appreciating the increased blood flow there. When you're ready, we're going to come on to kneel, any way that's comfortable for you. So you can bend the knees, bring the seat to the knees, coming to your hands and knees, and then using the core to press yourself up to kneel. So if your knees are sensitive and you have an extra towel, you can place a towel underneath your knees. From here, align the hips so that they're over the knees. Tuck the toes. Coming into camel pose, we're going to bring the hands to the low back with the fingers facing down. Inhale, reaching up through the spine, reaching up through the crown of the head. Exhale, coming into a slight back bend. Keeping the hips over the knees, pressing the hips slightly forward. If you have any neck considerations, keep the chin tucked. If not, you can allow the head to release back. Allowing the elbows to squeeze towards the back. Inhale up to center. Now, if you have a sensitive low back, you can stay and do that again. Or, on an inhale, find the length. Exhale, press the hips forward slightly, engaging through the core to protect the low back. Coming into a deeper back bend, reaching the left hand back for the left heel, the right hand back for the right heel. And breathing. Releasing the chin back if that feels good. Opening through the chest. 2 more breaths here. On your next inhale, engage through the core no matter where you are. Lift the torso back up to center. Exhale, untuck the toes. Release the seat to the heels, the chest over the thighs, coming into child's pose. From child's pose, walk the hands back up, coming into a position seated on the heels. Swing the legs around. Walking the legs out in front of you, shaking out through the knees a little bit. Walking the feet so that they come into a wide-legged forward fold. Flexing through the feet, pulling the kneecaps up towards the legs. Once again, if you have a blanket here and you feel some compression through the low back, it's a great place to put it underneath your hips. If you don't have a blanket and feel like you need one, you can press your fingertips into the ground, providing some additional support for the low back. If this is comfortable for you, and if you feel stretch through the legs and the groin here, that's great. If you feel like you want more of a stretch, staying long through the spine, lifting up through the crown of the head, leading with the heart center, folding forward between the legs, allowing the hands to come out in front of you. Continuing to flex through the feet. Wherever you are, we're going to be here for 5 more breaths. Inhaling, building length. Exhale, releasing any unnecessary tension. On your next inhale, come up if you are folded forward. Bring the legs back directly in front of the hips. Bounce them out a little bit. Windshield wipering the feet side to side. Then come into a cross-legged seated position. If this is comfortable for you, if not, you can sit on the heels or any upright seated position that feels good for you. We're going to come into a pranayama exercise that either helps the body increase its energy or decrease its energy depending on what option you're going to use. So bring your second and third finger to your forehead. If you would like, if you're at the beginning of your day and feel tired, or if you're trying to adjust to a time zone in which the world says it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but your body says it's 10 o'clock at night and you're ready for bed, close off the left nostril. If you're trying to get ready for sleep, or if you're in a time zone that the rest of the world, the opposite. So if you're really tired and the rest of the world is really awake, then close off the right nostril. So whichever nostril you would like to close off. If you would like to close off your left nostril, place your thumb over your left nostril. If you're choosing to close off your right nostril, place your fourth finger, your ring finger, over your right nostril. Inhale just through that one nostril. Exhale just through that one nostril. Continuing like this for about 5 breaths. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Continuing like this for about 3 more breaths on your own. If you'd like, you can, at the end of your exhale, you can squeeze your belly just slightly in towards the spine, allowing the rest of the stale air to come out of the lungs. On your next exhale, release the closed nostril, bring your hand back down to your lap, and take 3 deep breaths evenly out of both nostrils, noticing how you feel different than when you began your breathing practice. Do you feel more energized if you were looking for energy? Do you feel more relaxed if you were trying to send your body towards that place? Not judging, but just noticing. This is a great practice to use if you need either energy or calm in any part of your day, even if you're not traveling. When you're ready, on an inhale, reach the arms up and out. Exhale, bringing your right arm behind you, your left arm to your right, your left hand to your right knee, coming into a gentle twist. Gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale, second side. Left hand behind you. Hand so it comes really close to the base of your spine, almost like it's crowding you forward. Right hand to left knee, gentle twist. Allow the spine to dictate this twist, not really using the hands all that much. Exhale to center. Come to the top of your mat. Rolling back onto your back body, hugging the knees in towards the chest, reaching the hands towards the sky, Making any last movements that you'd like to make before coming into Savasana. Final relaxation. When you're ready, release the feet so they're stretched straight out in front of you. Bring the hands out to the side like you're in a snow angel position. Take anything out of the hair that is making the head uncomfortable. Release all the tension from the body, dropping the body into the earth. Release all the tension and busyness of the mind that's clouding the relaxation that always exists. The peace and natural serenity that the mind comes to rest to, no matter where the body is rested. Release your control of the breath and come to be. When you're ready, begin to wiggle through the fingers and the toes, bringing your sense of awareness back to the body. Take a big inhale in through the nose and let it out in the side. Releasing any last bit of tension that you are still holding. When you're ready, come to roll onto the right side, coming into a fetal position. Pressing up through the left hand, coming to sit. Bring the palms to the ground, noticing all the places where your body touches the earth. Knowing deep in your soul that this is the same earth that you touch when you're at home, or when you're at work, or when you're playing somewhere comfortably. The same ground exists during your uncomfortable circumstances when you're traveling. This ground is a constant. Bring your hands to heart center. Thank your yoga practice for also being a constant in your life. No matter where you are, this practice provides tools that you can use to bring yourself back to your body and back to your ground and back to the joy and peace in your mind so you can more fully experience the life in front of you. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. I hope that you find peace and serenity throughout your travels. Om Shanti. Peace. Hey guys, thanks so much for sharing your practice with me today. I super enjoyed practicing with you. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about this practice or this video, please post them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Safe and happy travels!